Brownie, I know I shouldn't go to sleep. Just a few minutes then. Dear God, I know I've been bad and made Mother worried. I shouldn't have done. I'm sorry. And I know I sometimes say prayers for myself. But I'm frightened. And if you save me, then...
Further up?
Much further. Over there, where the mountains begin. Where I saw Nonni last. And the men.
And Nonni?
He went that way, up there.
You sure he got this far?
Yes.
You don't know where he was going, don't you? But you just don't want to give him away. Listen, Manni, I will keep your secret, I promise. But you must tell me everything you know. It's Nonni's only chance.
Sure he went up here?
Yes.
In the dark of the storm, he would never have been able to see the path. He could have wandered anywhere, fallen down.
He's got hold of it! He's holding on!
I'm here, Mother! I'm here!
It must be Nonni! It must be!
Nonni! Nonni!
Not too near! Not yet! Or you'll bring all of it in on him! And for God's sake, take care!
They saved your life.
Thank you.
Thanks come later. Let's get you warm.
Don't forget Granny.
That is going to take a bit longer. But we'll look after him. Don't you worry.
Why are you looking at me like that? What's the matter? It's surely, isn't it? Something's happened.
It's just that they haven't found him yet.
They found me. Why can't they find him? They've got to keep on looking.
They will, they will.
You saw him last Monday. What happened? Where was he then?
No, later, Nonni, later.
Those men, Magnus Hansen's men, they tried to stop me.
What then?
They ran off. After Yuli.
And they've got him. Now do you see what that man's like? Hewlin never did anything to anyone. It's Yuli, isn't it?
I'm sorry. And the two men. No, better not. Truly. He's at peace now. Remember that, Nonni.
Where are you taking him?
We have to take him to the magistrates. It's a matter for him now.
Come on, let's go inside.
This is a sad day for our community. A very sad day. 2 men are dead. And we may only be able to say that their deaths were accidental. But there is another death. A young boy, a life in front of him, is gone from us. Could that too be an accident? God knows we mourn his passing. But there is a mystery here, and it is my duty to unravel it. Magnus Hansson, these men were hired by you. I have witnesses to that. What work did you ask of them?
Work for all of us to bring Harold Helgeson to justice.
And how does hunting down a shepherd boy assist that?
They weren't. That is not what they were doing.
You know this?
How can anyone know what terrible thing happened there in that storm? But I can guess, and that's all anyone can do.
And what is your guess?
I believe that murder was done there to those men. They were good, loyal men. And to that poor boy.
And who was the murderer, in your guess?
The one who has murdered already, Harold Helgeson.
No! Harold was Yuli's friend.
How can you know that, boy?
I ask the questions here. I'll be asking you to speak later. But for now, sit down and be quiet. You say that Harold Helgeson has now murdered 4 people.
I do. It is his nature to kill.
But why these 3?
A beast trapped is a killer. They stumbled on his lair, and he, desperate and by God knows what dreadful means, drove them to their deaths. Now, I've warned all of you time and again of the danger of this man. Now, will you believe me? And will you at last finish him?
I do my duty. I need no guidance from you. You may sit down. Nonni, you had something to say?
Are we brought to listen to what a child says?
We are brought here to hear the truth. And it is as likely from Nonni as from any other. And I've told you to sit. Now, did you know anything of these men who died?
Yes.
Then tell us.
On that day, the day of the storm, they'd been following me, watching me and my brother. Then they followed Yuli. He knew it. He told us, pointed to them. I told my mother what they were doing, and she went to tell him to send them away.
Thank you, Nonni. You may now sit down. Is this true?
Yes, it is all true.
I told Magnus Hansen that I did not want my boys watched, or any of their friends.
Magnus Hansson?
I would have told them that night, but they were doing their duty. Protecting those children from a murderer, and they gave their lives for it.
Come.
They were your men, and I told you to send them away.
If I had seen them, I would have done.
You didn't even try to. And now Julie is dead. It'd be best if you stayed away from here.
What, are you throwing me out?
You want to be my husband and father to my boys. So, first, you must respect us. As people, not as things to be pushed about. This is a family, not a business. Respect us.
I do respect you. And I will show you how much. I will find this man who's brought all this pain and agony to us, and I will drag him in here by the scruff of his neck, and then we might...
Go, Magnus, please.
Magnus! Magnus Hansson! I've called you here out of duty. A duty that must be done and that our magistrate isn't doing. Now this murderer on the loose must be tracked down. A child lies dead.
It's my guess that you ought to look to your own men for that boy's killer.
I don't play guessing games. And we do know that he has killed Sigurd, a business partner and friend. Listen, I don't want revenge. That's not what I'm after. But I do want to see justice done. And Harald Helgeson in open court. If he's guilty, he must be punished. If he's innocent, then he can go free. Now you tell me, what is wrong with that?
He's right.
First, we must catch him. There have been enough appeals for him to give himself up. Now, I told you before, I would pay a bonus to the man who got him. Now, Thorstein Inarsson here very nearly did. So, I am giving him that bonus now for that. But there will be an even bigger reward for the man who actually brings him in.
Let's get it done with, then.
All right. Have the money ready.
Good. That's the spirit. I will join you up in the mountains as soon as I can. Thorstein will take you to where we think he is. Thanks.
Let's say some prayers. I'm sure Yuli would like that better. So would the Lord.
Yula died because of us, and Harold. And those men killed him, that's for sure.
They won't kill us, will they?
How can they, stupid? They're dead themselves.
Magnus Hansson isn't, though, is he? So who's stupid now?
Just you mind what you're saying, or I'll belt you.
Have to catch me first.
Think I can't?
Yes!
Where have you been? Playing around while we stack down. Don't you want to be warm this winter?
Pair of hard-working sons you got there.
Come on, get on with it.
Lucky Mother was here, I'd have thrashed you.
You there? Aren't you two gonna do any work?
I'm too stupid, aren't I?
When you do go, can I come too?
How can anyone go with Thorstein up there? They'd spot us straight away.
We spot Harold too. So he can't get away either.
Let's take this up to the farm.
Eat up, Nonni. You'll be late for school.
Work hard, won't you? And do your spelling, all right? Bye.
I know you are worried about your children. And I should have taken you more seriously when you came to me before. But, no. God knows I'm sorry I didn't. Maybe that shepherd boy would still be alive.
Harold Helgeson must give himself up. He must.
If only I knew where he was. There are two who do know, aren't there? Nonni and Manni.
They'd never give him away. Not to anyone.
If only they would trust me.
Oh, they trust you, all right. It's Magnus that they don't trust.
Oh. Are we back to that story of Magnus Hansson being the murderer? Trying to get rid of Harold as the only witness?
Yes, we are back to that story.
Of course, there is one possibility.
Yes?
Now, if we can't get this man to give himself up, then our only hope would be for Magnus Hansson to make a false move.
He kills Harold, and then you arrest him.
Dear lady, you have such a frank way of expressing yourself.
I never wanted to get mixed up in this business, and certainly not my children, but I am. So you better tell me exactly what you have in mind.
Harold, don't wake Nonni up.
But I want to talk to you both. Something very important I have to tell you.
Tell me. Nonni's always a big boy. No one ever tells me anything.
All right. But you must be sure to remember it. I want you to tell your mother that she must go to the magistrate. And she must tell him that I want to give myself up. But what's most important of all, she must make sure that Magnus Hansen knows this too.
Why?
Because then he'll try to do something to me.
Kill you?
Don't worry. I won't let him. But it will prove to everyone who the real murderer is. I've got to go now. Back to the mountains before it gets light. And don't forget,
You dreamt it.
Nonni,
Well, he's just trying to annoy me. Trying to make himself important.
you heard what I said. Are you sure about this? What did he say?
He said I got to give you an important message. That you had to go to the magistrate and tell him that Harold wants to give himself up. And to be sure that Magnus Hansen knows about it. There, that's what he said.
Magnus Hansen.
It just shows you made it all up. If Magnus Hansen knows, then he'd... Oh, I see.
He's a brave man, Harold Helgeson. I knew it from the start.
Eat your breakfast up, boys. You'll be late for school. Keep an eye on Sverre. Tell him to start putting in the potatoes. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Something terrible is going to happen.
Not if we keep our heads clear. Now, will you talk to Magnus, or shall I?
Take them close. Sigrid!
Good day, Magnus.
Oh, it's so good to see you again. I saw you this morning, but I had a trader with me. I couldn't get away.
I went to see the magistrate.
Oh?
It seems that Harold came to see Manni and Nonni last night.
That's impossible. He's up in the mountains. He couldn't have got past my men.
Well, he did.
Well, I'm glad you reported it anyway.
No, I came to pass on a message. He wants to give himself up.
I'll have to tell Thorstein and the others. Sigrid. This business will all be over and done with soon. Then things will be as they were again.
You think so?
won't escape much longer, Harold Helgeson. I tell you.
You let him make a fool of you.
He must be a will-o'-the-wisp.
I don't care what he is. Just catch him.
Why don't you let him give himself up? If that's what he wants. At least we can all go home now.
No, it's all just another one of his tricks to gain time.
What's that for?
That is for Harold Helgeson, dead or alive. It has to be. How else will Sigrid Jonsdottir and her sons ever know any peace? There you are, you see. All my men called off. The hunt is over.
Has he given himself up?
There's nothing to stop him.
Then let her go.
Can I come and see you again now? Good. Good.
I know. And there's no doubt. No doubt at all who killed old Sigurd and Julie. And it wasn't Harold Helgeson.
Notice something?
What?
Not all his men were there. There's one missing.
Thorstein.
So where is he?
Is he up there in the mountains? Hunting Harold?
Just a minute. I'm thinking.
Maybe he...
If Harold's trying to give himself up, then he'll go to the magistrate, right?
Right.
And that's where Thorstein will be. And Magnus Hansson. And somehow, they'll... Come on.
Find Thorstein or Harold here.
Stop moaning. Haven't you guessed yet what's going to happen?
No, not really. Thorstein.
What is all this about?
I won't take blood money.
And what is that supposed to mean?
I told you once, I'd work for you, and I have done. But that I would never do anything against the law again. Do you remember that?
Yes, I remember.
Then why do you ask me to murder?
To keep your voice down. And I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, but you do. It's taken me a bit of time to work it all out. But I did. Now I have it. All.
All what?
That it was you who killed Sigurd. That somehow Sverrir knows that. So you bought him off, kept him quiet.
This is madness. Absolute madness.
Oh, you're right there. And in this madness, you've got to shut Harold Helgeson up too. But there's only one way with him. And you thought I'd do it for you. No such luck, Magnus Hansen. If you want it doing, do it yourself.
I think we should talk about this calmly.
Talking's finished now. And time's running out.
You go through that door. You don't work for me anymore.
Good. I don't want to.
Thorstein! Thorstein! Thorstein, I think we should talk about this. Did you hear what I said? I am talking to you. Oscar! Take that horse to my stable.
What do we do?
Go after Thorstein. We'll have to catch a horse.
We've got to tell Mother. Oh, we're going to warn her. I'll stay here. Nonni.
You don't have to tag along if you're scared.
If Thorstein catches us...
He's going to kill Harald. Don't you understand? We've got to follow him and warn Harald.
Then let's tell someone where we are.
No time. Thorstein won't get away. Stay there if you're scared.
Oh, stop. Oh, do stop, Nonni. This is stupid. I can't see Thorstein anywhere. So what are we running for?
He went out of town on this road, so he must have kept on it.
Oh. Where are you two running off to?
Going for a ride. Catch one of the horses.
Many a year since I tried that game. But I could do it with the best of them when I was your age. You are young Nonni, aren't you? You need a rope. Have you got one? And one for your little brother. Here you are. Good luck. And then get back home.
Thanks. Where have you come from?
Cork.
Do you know Thorstein?
Mm-hmm.
Did you pass him on the way?
That's right. Riding as though the devil was after him. Must have been in a hurry to get back home, I suppose.
Home?
Cork, that's where he lives. Him and his brother. What's all this to you?
I've got a message for him from Magnus Hansen.
He'll get there long before you.
Thanks. Now, Manni, we ride. be? We've got to make sure.
Stop! What are you two up to? Get out of here. I don't have anything to do with it anymore. Go on!
You're gonna kill Harold, aren't you?
Harold's our best friend.
That's what you think? Me? Listen, I'm no killer. But if you want to know who is, look at Magnus Hansen.
You know that?
Oh, I know it all right. And if you want to know just how he killed old Sigurd, then ask the man that works for your mother.
Sverre?
Ask him. And listen, you'd better get to your friend Harold before Magnus Hansen does.
You'll never find him.
He has to, hasn't he? And then he has to... what's the use? It's all too late anyway.
We'll never get across that. Look at the way it's rushing.
We've got to get across.
Look how wide it is.
No wider than usual.
Of course it is. And it'll get deeper in the middle.
Now you! Come on! Come on! Dig your heels in. Not too much. Make him stop. Now slowly. Bring him in slowly.
Dig my heels in. Slow down. We should make up your mind.
Come on, Manni. Get up, we'll try it together.
It's not my fault.
I never said it was. Come on now. No need to be frightened.
I'm not.
Hold the reins.
I'm all right holding on to here.
Manni! It's shallow here! Can you hear me, Manni?
Over the sea, fly free, steer by the stars in your dreams, follow your luck to wherever it leads. Over the sea, go free, follow your star is yours to sail in to find your fate. But you must be the steersman. The helm is yours to take. The ship is yours to sail in to find.